Hello there guys, it's me Unstable Voltage and welcome to episode 13 of Civilization Beyond Earth. Hopefully this won't be unlucky episode 13, but I'm not really feeling a great deal of pressure from the AI in any way, shape or form at the moment. Definitely might be time to ramp the difficulty up when we play our next game. Still got quite a lot of units hanging around on our borders that belong, some of these belong to the African Union who are down here. Some of them belong to the Slavic Federation. Either way, I don't really feel threatened by either of these two civilizations. Might be nice to take Krabrost at some point. It's a relatively decent city. It does have access to a little bit of biomass, some chitin. It may, 1, 2, 3, yeah, it's not going to get that geothermal, so we don't need to worry too much about that. I don't really need to take the city. I mean, it isn't all that great. What about Uzbek, their second city? Does have access to 2 sources of titanium. That could be quite a good production city. But apart from that, it doesn't have a huge deal of anything else. Either way, I don't think we need to take another city right now, so I'm not going to bother. Do we want to settle another city? We could possibly put one down here, get access to some titanium and some floatstone and some wrestling. Wouldn't be a terrible idea building a city down here. I'll give it some thought. I haven't decided whether or not I want to do that, but for the time being, let us just carry on with things. Go on to the next turn, see what happens. Obviously, lots of those units are still taking a lot of damage because they're just standing around in miasma. Which is fine, you know, if they want to kill themselves off, don't have a problem with that. And there again, there's the AI, just disagreements of affinity, I think that one is. So, we've got some production to choose. We have finished the Neoplanetarium over here in Liqueur. So, what do we want to get? Is there any buildings that is worth still building? I mean, cell cradles, it costs us 1 energy maintenance per turn. For 4 arty speciality slots, am I really going to put any specialists in? Probably not. Surveillance web could be useful, actually. I mean, it is quite good. It would give the city a little bit of extra hit points, and it is our capital. And it would reduce the maximum intrigue level for the city. So, yeah, let's go ahead and do that. Over here, still a few things that we can build. We could get ourselves another optical surgery. Now, we are in positive health, so we could go ahead and get more, but I don't really think we need to. We don't really need the ultrasonic fence. Let's get another tac jet here. We only have 2, so we can afford to go ahead and get ourselves a 3rd. And then over here in Gran Exito, quite a lot of stuff we could build here. We could go ahead and get the Gene Garden, I suppose. That's actually quite nice because it is a level 2 purity building, but we do have level 2 purity. And that would give us plus 2 health, plus 1 science, and plus 3 energy, so it's a nice one to have. So let's go ahead and do that. Oh, yes, I recall now. I'd almost forgotten, but we were trying, rather foolishly, to get our explorer over onto this island. I can't remember the reason why now. I think we were just going to be nosy and have a look around, but yes, we were having a little bit of trouble with krakens and sea dragons. Can't see any of them at the moment. What are you going to do? There's probably quite a lot of stuff that you could do here. What's that tile? Do we want to get this xenomass hooked up? Or do we have any more useful tiles? Do we have the technology to hook up the xenomass? Because I can never remember. Xenomass, well, yep, alien sciences. So we can go ahead and get the xenomass done. So I think what you're going to do is you're going to move on to that tile. And we'll get that xenomass hooked up. That'll stop it spawning an alien nest, because alien nests can respawn on any source of xenomass that hasn't been improved, so we do have to be careful. Another trade vessel here. You were going to Liqueur. You may as well carry on with that. I don't see any reason why not. And we have ourselves another worker. You've got that Phyrexite connected up. Wrestling. I don't think we've got the paddock here yet, so let's go ahead and do that. TacJet, you can... Do we want to move you out somewhere else? No, everywhere else has 3, so you're just going to stay there on intercept. Another trade convoy. You just carry on wherever you were going before. And you can't really go anywhere, so just put you onto alert. I may still build one more city. It's certainly not as beneficial to spam cities out all over the place. You want 3 for Excite for a favour? No. Sorry it's caused a divide. Yeah, it used to be very beneficial just to spam out as many cities as possible. You don't really need to bother doing that now, or it's not as effective anyway because of the way that happiness and trade routes have changed a little. It is going to be a bit difficult to explore around on this continent because I do realise here that we would be going through somebody else's territory. We can explore a little around the coast with our ships just so we can see if there's anywhere that is safe to land. We might find somewhere else that we can take our explorer. I'm not expecting to find any resource pods or satellites or anything like that, but we may well be able to we may find something interesting. Now, we've got some forest here to clear, so what I'm going to do is get rid of the miasma first, otherwise this worker's going to take quite a lot of damage. This one might as well. We will have to heal the workers up at some point because our workers do still take damage from miasma, so we do have to be careful. What have we got? Yep, you were doing the... There's miasma there, is there? I'm going to construct a... I'm just thinking, do I actually want to clear that miasma? Because it does make this tile more defensible that it has miasma on it. Although, I'm very limited for how I can get my own units in and out. I think I will clear that miasma. I don't think I'm going to be attacked by the AI. And even if the AI does attack me, I don't think it's going to be all that effective an attack anyway. So I'm not too bothered about that. So we'll go on to the next turn. We get quite a lot of energy in the bank now, but I don't really need to be able to spend it. Still 13 turns away from getting the Deep Space Telescope. Oh, right, okay, it's just because our units are close by. Is that you here? It is, isn't it? Oh, there's a Kraken. Let's keep well away from that Kraken if we can. Although we can actually take shots at it. We wouldn't do an awful lot of damage. So it may be safer just keeping a distance, but I don't do safe. We can come over here and take another shot at it. Hasn't got it finished off, but it's got it low. Do I want to try and risk getting this explorer around to this tile? I might give it a go, see what we can do. Ainsa has now finished that tac jet. That was actually nice and quick. I think what I might do now is actually just put this city on to research development, and that will actually give us some extra science per turn. Fidel has finished its alloy foundry. Let's go ahead and get the lab for an extra 3 science. Got a quest decision here. So we can either get 2 production from titanium mines or an extra 4 titanium resources. Now, I've already got, it's hard to tell there because it's quite blurred, 14 titanium resources. So I definitely don't need any more titanium. So let's go for the +2 production from titanium mines. This actually makes titanium mines very, very good. Now look at that, we have a titanium mine on a hill, 10 production. What an amazing tile. How many titanium tiles do we have? 1, 2, 3. We definitely need to go ahead and buy this tile, actually. We've certainly got the money. We'll get a worker out onto that tile and get that hooked up. And that'll give us quite a lot of production. What about our other cities? Yep, 10 production here from that titanium. Can we see any more around? Oh, only 9 production from that one, but it's not on a hill. But still, 9 production and 2 food from a single tile. Absolutely fantastic. So it may well be worth coming down here and building a city down there, just for that titanium, but I'm not sure that we need to. I'll keep an open mind about it, may need to do it in the future. You finished whatever you were doing. So what do I want you to go and hook up now? Where is that titanium we just bought? It's all the way down there, isn't it? That's quite a journey for you. So we're still building that road, of course, to connect up Gran Exito, aren't we? So I think what we'll do is we'll have you heal up for a few turns because there's no miasma here. And then we've got to work our way across these tiles here. It's probably what this guy was doing as well. But we'll get that sorted out in good time. Attack jet can go on to intercept mode. And then off to the next turn. Still not feeling any pressure from the AI yet, which is good. At the top of the scoreboard as well. Only slightly, but we're up there. Don't have any floatstone or xenomass at all at the moment. Getting attacked by that Kraken, that's unfortunate. It is rather low health, but it's still managed to take the ship down. which is very, very unfortunate. The question is now, can we actually finish it off completely? That should take it down. It should just about be enough damage to take it down. And it wasn't. It managed to survive. That is very, very unfortunate. So it's probably going to take out that battle cruiser as well. Let's see if we can get safely around the coast there. I should have just left it alone. I know that. Fidel, what are you going to build? What do you really need? You don't need an awful lot at all, to be honest. You can't build a cloning plant yet because we don't have any workable sources of xenomass. We will do eventually. Let's go ahead and build another cruiser then. Let's replace the ones that we've lost. We definitely need to scout out the other continent just so we can sort of see how big it is and see what's around. KTP still building a few wonders, but that's not surprising. They do seem to focus on wonders quite heavily. Wow. Is that the PAC just declared war on the KTP? CEO Susan Fielding. Oh, it's ARC. It's the ARC. ARC's declared war on the KTP. That's fine. Are they both on the same island together? Yeah, they are. So they've probably got like a shared border or something. I don't mind too much. Keeps me out of there. Would be nice to get some more science going, but I do want another battle cruiser, so let's go ahead and get one of those. You are going to go over here and hopefully disembark safely. Kraken actually didn't kill us, so let's move over there and we'll finish it off. And finally down it goes. A little bit of extra XP for our ship. So let's go ahead and construct the xenomass well there. I think we're also... No, we already have a road from Fidel. Oh no, it's connected up because it has a harbour. I mean, technically, any coastal city is connected up because you automatically get harbours now. But it would still be nice to connect them by road because it means we can move units between them more quickly. I guess building a farm there isn't a terrible idea. So we'll build that farm and then we'll come down here and start working on that titanium. 8 turns away now from orbital automation. I think we sped it up a little bit by putting one of our cities on science focus. Okay, we've now got the African Union at war with the Slavic Federation. Oh, no, it's not the African Union, it's the PAC. Of course it is. Didn't realise they had a unit there. Oh, but they are neighbours. They're quite big, actually. As long as no one's declaring war on me. Do have to be careful here of this worker. He is getting quite low on health. How long is it going to take him to complete that mag rail? 1 turn. So we'll let him complete that mag rail, and then we'll send him somewhere to heal up. We may actually send him to do that titanium, to be honest. You finished healing up, you've built the road, but you can't really move anywhere right now because these guys are in the way, so we're just going to get you to skip a turn. And let's disembark with you. Rather uninspired piece of land there. We're going to have to make a bit of a journey down the other side of the continent, see what we can do. We will send this ship around, hopefully give you a bit of cover and a bit of support. Try and keep the sea dragons off you at least. It's very easy to leave units in miasma, either workers that are constructing something, especially if it's a tile where you have to clear a forest, because clearing a forest takes absolutely ages, or leaving an explorer on an expedition site and then finding out that they just die to attrition from the miasma, so you do need to keep your eye on that. At least unless you're like harmony level 6 where you heal in miasma. I don't think they're going to do an awful lot of damage to Crabrost, so I'm not terribly concerned about that. Looks clear enough around there. I don't think we can actually get around, actually, because there's ice up there. Yeah, so we can't actually get the battleship around on that side. We're just going to have to hope that our explorer can get around under his own power. Grant Exito, you finished that. Should we go ahead and get the Hollow Suite? It's an extra 4 culture, plus 1 culture from Phyrexite. Do we have Phyrexite here? Yes, we do. So it's definitely worth getting the Hollow Suite. Or should we get the Recycler first? 2 turns for the Recycler. Gives us an extra production from internal trade routes, and it will also give us extra production. And that'll help with building anything else, because currently it's going to take 8 turns for the Hollow Suite. So let's do that, because that only takes 2 turns. You can now move down into this tile. So you're going to go down there and build the next part of the mag rail. You finished that, but you are losing a lot of health. So let's move you over here where it's safe, and then we'll get you to heal on the next turn. Still need to build a mag rail on this tile, of course, but we will do that. Yeah, she's unhappy, probably because I killed that Kraken. Don't mind too much. Now remember, because we've got the... Is it the third level? Second level in Supremacy? Third level. Because we've got the third level in Supremacy, mag rails and roads don't actually cost us any money to maintain, so... This road, or this mag rail isn't doing anything, apart from it'll make it easier to get units from one city to another. Yes, at the moment, it's not finished, but the city's still connected up because it has the harbour, and even though it's an unfinished mag rail, it's not costing us any money because of the supremacy level, so I don't mind that at all. We have finished that other cruiser. Do I want to build anything else here? I don't suppose... Building surveillance hubs isn't a terrible idea. Should get as many of those as possible. So you're going to go ahead and start building a mag rail while you can. And then we'll move across to the next tile. You are going to heal up for a little bit, I suppose. Cruiser. Let's go out and have a look. Yeah, you can't go that way, so you're going to have to come back down to the south. As for our explorer, we'll keep him as close to the coast, or as close to the coast as the other AI's border will allow us to. And you get slightly less chance of being attacked by aliens if you are close to the coast. Our health's actually up to plus 20 now. I think one of our cities was capped on local health and the population must have gone up. So we're now getting plus 5% science, which is really nice. Let's continue to try and move this explorer around. So, choose production. Liqueur has finished another cruiser. I don't think we're going to bother with too many more of those for the time being. Let's go into research development as well. See if we can knock a few more turns off that. Grant Exito has finished that recycler. The Hollow Suite's still going to take 8 turns, but let's go ahead and get that because it will be useful in the long run. Let's continue to move out with this cruiser. Nothing down here we have to worry about. Trade convoy. You were going to respec apparently, so you might as well continue with that. Does give us a little bit more energy. Got quite a lot of energy in the bank because I haven't been spending any, but I'm not making a huge amount of energy per turn. So it would be nice to maybe get a little bit more income. Okay, not surrounded by sea dragons yet, which is nice. 3 more turns and we'll get another virtue, so we'll see if we can spend that somewhere quite useful. I'm still thinking about going for the contact victory at the moment. I did actually test it out with a friend in multiplayer, which is only... Wow, I just noticed the money just took a huge jump there. That's because we've just stole 780 energy. So it doesn't matter that I'm only making a small amount of energy. I'm stealing more, quite a lot of it. But yes, I did play a multiplayer game with a friend and we did try out the contact victory. It does work. So they do seem to have fixed that. So we'll carry on moving around there. Let's put that spy back to good use because you were in Magan. We could try and steal tech. Now the thing is, if you steal tech, you could randomly steal any tech that player or that AI has, which means we could steal a completed tech, but it might not necessarily be something that's useful to us. However, if we go ahead and steal science, it'll just give us straight up science points that we can put into whatever tech it is that we're currently researching. So I think stealing science is probably going to be the slightly more useful of the two at the moment, so we'll go ahead and do that. Let's move you out. Of course, we do still want to try and keep our eye out for aliens. We don't want to get all of these destroyed if we can avoid it. Another Kraken there. We'll try and sneak past it if he doesn't attack us. There's no guarantees. Just try and move this one into position so if he does go for one of us, the other one can hopefully do some damage to him.
No village was ever ruined.
I don't care what you're after at all. Because as we've already discussed, there's practically no point in doing any sort of trade with the AI in this game, which is a great shame. I know a lot of people said that Civilization 5 doesn't have a particularly great trade and diplomacy system. It's not bad, but it's not great either. And this is just worse. Health is now up to 22, which is fantastic because we now actually get plus 2% culture in cities, as well as 7% extra science, 17% extra production, and minus 24% intrigue in our cities from hostile covert ops. So definitely good to keep that number going up. We did manage to... we stole a tech, but we were detected. We weren't identified, so the AI doesn't know who it was that stole from them, but we've managed to steal organics. Not too sure what that was. Let us go into stealing science again. What exactly did organics give us? Where is it? Is it over here? Organics. It's actually quite a high-end tech, really. So, the mass digester... 1 extra energy from tundra, 4 population grower, plus 2 food. Not too sure what that means, doesn't quite make any sense. Biofactory, which gives plus 3 production, costs minus 1 maintenance, 1 extra production from chitin. That's not too bad, I suppose. Does require level 4 in harmony, so we can't build that anyway. And plus 1 energy from generators. So it might actually be worth getting a generator or 2. Not the best tech. And this is why I said sometimes stealing a technology is not as useful as actually just stealing science straight up. So let's go ahead and look around here. Know that Kraken is still around, but we are going to try and avoid him if we can. Aliens spotted here. Oh, yes, of course, we've got a sea dragon here. Now, he's not actually going to do any damage to anything of ours because he can't attack our trade vessels and we don't have any other units in the water. So we are relatively safe from that. You have finished that paddock. So let's move you back over here and you can construct another bit of the mag rail. You have... What were you doing? Were you working on the mag rail? Or a farm? Whatever you were doing, you've done it. So, what do I want to do with you? You were building a farm, I remember now. Let's go over here and let us build a generator. Just because our income seems a little low at the moment, although that's mainly because our trade vessels have kind of expired. So you can continue going off to Magan, that's where you were going before. Have a sea dragon down here, which we can finish off, so we'll do that. The only good bug is a dead bug. Another trade convoy. One of you is going to Camp Cascade, so you might as well carry on doing that. That was internal, so carry on. What about our explorer? You still have movement left? Yes, you do. Looks like we can disembark here. We can see here we've got some of the Harmony units. They must belong... Yeah, they're ARC Harmony units. I think that's their artillery. I think the Centaur's the artillery unit. But either way, we've gone well over the 20-minute mark, so I think that's probably a good time to end the video. So thanks a lot for watching, guys. I hope you are still enjoying Civilization Beyond Earth, and I'll see you on the next video. Until then, goodbye for now.